10 important cases to remember as law lectures and UPSC preparation. First one is Champakam Dorairajan vs. State of Madras, 1951. In this case, caste-based reservations were struck down by the court as against Article 16(2) of the Constitution. This case resulted in First Amendment of the Constitution of India. Second one being K.M. Nanavati vs. State of Maharashtra, 1960. K.M. Nanavati, a naval officer, who murdered his wife's lover, Prem Ahuja. Bombay High Court guilty of murder of Prem Ahuja. The apex court overturned the High Court's decision and held Nanavati not guilty of murder. Third one is Golaknath vs. State of Punjab, 1967. The apex court held that law made by the Parliament shall not be such that infringes and takes away the fundamental rights of the citizen which are provided by the Constitution of India. Fourth one being Madhav Jivaji Rao Scindia vs. Union of India, 1970. The infamous case Madhav Jivaji Rao Scindia vs. Union of India deals with Article 18 of the Constitution of India. The Supreme Court in this case held the 1970 presidential order as invalid, abolishing titles, privileges and privy purses of India's erstwhile princely rulers. Fifth one being Keswananda Bharati vs. State of Kerala, 1973. The Supreme Court gave Parliament power to amend any part of Constitution of India, provided such amendment do not take away the fundamental rights of the citizen which are provided by the Constitution of India. This case is also referred as Fundamental Rights Case. Basic structure doctrine was intuited in this case. Sixth one is Indira Gandhi vs. Raj Narain, 1975. The Supreme Court in Indira Gandhi vs. Raj Narain held Clause 4 of 39th Amendment as unconstitutional and void as it was outrightly denied of the right to equality enshrined in Article 14. The Supreme Court also added the following features as basic features laid down in Keswananda Bharati case. First is democracy, second is judicial review, third is rule of law and jurisdiction of Supreme Court under Article 32. Seventh one being ADM Jabalpur vs. Shivkant Shukla, 1976. The apex court in the infamous case of ADM Jabalpur vs. S. Shukla held, during prevailing of emergency in the country, right to move to the court for enforcement of fundamental rights guaranteed under Article 14, 21 and 22 stands suspended. Maneka Gandhi vs. Union of India, 1978. The case is considered a landmark case as it gave a new and highly varied interpretation to the meaning of life and personal liberty under Article 21 of the Constitution. Also, it expanded the horizons of freedom of speech and expression. The case saw a high degree of judicial activism. Ninth one being Minerva Mills vs. Union of India, 1980. The Supreme Court of India strengthened the doctrine of the basic structure which was propounded earlier in the Keswananda Bharati case and held social welfare laws should not infringe fundamental rights. Few changes made by the 42nd Amendment Act were declared as null and void. 10th one being S.P. Gupta vs. Union of India, 1981. The S.P. Gupta case is also called the first judge's case. It declared that the primacy of the CJI's recommendation to the President can be refused for cogent reasons. It was overruled by Supreme Court Advocates on Record Association vs. Union of India.